time for the ancestors. One time for myself. One time for the collective. Stillness, abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. I hope you see your difference. I hope you see your difference. And this ain't gonna speak to everybody, because everybody not doing shadow work. Everybody not doing self-work. But if you're doing self-work, which will reflect you doing shadow work, even if you don't know shadow work is something that you're doing, then this will speak to you. I salute you and congratulations. Stay encouraged, stay vigilant, stay focused, stay determined, stay loyal, stay faithful, stay persistent, stay persevering, stay loving, be kind, be enduring, stay full of strength. Don't stop. Never give up. We had to be strong for so long. Why would you give up now? Why would you abandon yourself now? We don't endure so many lifetimes and so many timelines. Even if you don't know it, just know that you have. If you're here in this moment, just know that you don't endure a lot of timelines, many lifetimes to be in what we call right now, to be in this present living embodiment. I said that to say, for those of us who still have life in the body that we living in, we still got a lot of dying to do before we meet our final death. I'm gonna say it again. For those of us who are still here, living within a present embodiment of a vehicle, we still have a lot of dying to do. Some don't, and if that don't apply, and if this aspect don't resonate with you, then it don't apply. But it's still some of those who coming after us that this gonna apply to. We got a lot of deaths. We got a lot of times, not death. We got a lot of times to die before we meet death. That's what shadow work all about. That's what a spiritual walk is all about. To draw back all the extensions of ourselves that we were split away from just to be here. So when I say things like shadow work don't feel good, it don't. For those who doing it, you know that I'm telling the truth. Shadow work don't feel good. It don't feel good when you have to detach so you can't attach. You have to detach from the world that we presently living in so we can attach to the world that we came from to be here in the first place. I ain't gonna explain it no more than I'm saying it. If you know, you know. Do you see your difference? Because I see mine. And if you see this change in yourself, it's not about anybody else seeing the change. But if you see the change in yourself, congratulations, because guess what? Everybody else do too. You did it. You made it. You're an example now. And if you're still coming into the recalibration of realizing all that you have accomplished, all that you have did on yourself to vibrate, to radiate, to emanate and to be receptive as a soul with a spirit living in a physical vehicle, then once again, congratulations. Because everybody that come across this message ain't gonna get it. But if you get it, then this is for you. My point is, we are what we repeatedly do. We are what we repeatedly do. So when I say things like meditate, do your spiritual practices, whatever they may be, because we all don't exercise or practice the same things, but I try to present my messages in a universal way that it don't matter what you do, you can walk away with something if you tap into this space that I present. And without no doubt, I know that everyone could. I don't care what you study, what you practice, we are repeatedly what we do. So what does that say about you? We are repeatedly what we do. What does that say about you? The shifts, they constant. And intuition and discernment is two very important tools that we need to have during any time that we're going through major shifts, major planetary movements and alignments and retrogrades and returns and so forth and so on. If you know, you know. My point is, we all should be in a space, even though I know this won't apply to all, but for those of us who come across what I'm presenting today, more than likely it would apply to you. We all have an opportunity to use not only the life that we live, not only the life that we have, but what we have learned from it to further elevate, upgrade, and build ourselves up. And then also, we have had the opportunity to assist others. But assistance don't mean that we do it for them. Assistance don't mean that you do it for them. Welcome your shadow. Welcome your shadow, however it may appear. Because it ain't no telling how your shadow may appear to you. Some people's shadows appearing to them in angelic form, and some people shadows appearing to them in demonic form. But I'm gonna say it again, we are what we repeatedly do. It'll make sense when it makes sense. But I point that out because the more we can welcome our shadow, the more we understand that our shadow got knowledge too. Our shadow may hold more knowledge than we consciously think we hold. But we can, once we start making our shadow our friend, we're able to start consciously drawing from the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that our own shadow holds about us and about life as we have lived it, not only in this lifetime, but in lifetimes that we have lived previous to this present one we're in, for those who believe to that extent. For those of us who know that this ain't our first rodeo, you'll probably resonate with that. But your shadow is the record keeper. So that's why, for those who have been rocking with me for a while, you probably have heard me say, don't leave your shadow behind. And that was the reason, because your shadow is your record keeper. For many of us, if not most, we're only truly coming in or beginning to come into what our light honestly and purely is. So for the most part, that means most of us have for a long time been operating in the shadow aspect of ourselves to some extent or another, and that's not a good or a bad thing. It's all been for a lesson. We are, we're in the universe. We're in the universe of universities, and at this present time, we're on a planet called Earth, so we got to get it where we at. So Earth is the place that we're gonna get it at. You hear me? Don't get it twisted, though. I talk about the shadow because it's necessary. The work involved is necessary. It ain't bad as it been, and it ain't good as it will be. Don't avoid it. Accept your process wherever you at in your journey. As I said before, make your shadow your best friend. It has a lot to offer you. And for those who unfamiliar with what their shadow is, it's time to start taking a deep and reflective look at that part of yourself, so you can make your journey a lot more easy, because everybody ain't in the same place on this journey. So I'm being mindful of those who are not as intellectual or as knowledgeable when I'm using certain terms. It ain't my point. It ain't my purpose to leave nobody behind, regardless of how much I know that everybody ain't gonna get it. Not this round. Stay focused. Stay you. Be light, and remember to stay grounded. Don't regret living a better life. I'm gonna say it again. Don't regret living a better life. And you owe it to yourself to give you one. Thanks for the likes, shares, subscribes, unlikes, unsubscribes. Rock with me because you rock with me. Just knowing, look, I'm here for y'all. I love y'all, family. Salute. Peace.